Hare Krishna everyone, we are continuing to read the Teachings of Lord Kapila, the book by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Chapter 14, Bhakti as Ultimate Liberation. Continuing. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches, Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishvare bhagavad bhaktirahaitu kitvai. Quote, O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. Unquote. Shikshashtaka, verse 4. He requests Lord Krishna's service birth after birth. It is not that he is seeking salvation. Rather, he simply wants to serve Krishna one life after another. The devotees are not anxious to merge into the existence of the Supreme. The Buddhist philosophy advocates nirvana, the negation of all material desires. Buddha does not offer more than this. Shankaracharya gives a little more, saying that we should become desireless in this material world and then enter into the Brahman effulgence. This is called Brahma Nirvana. According to the Vaishnava philosophy, however, we should negate material desires and be situated on the Brahman platform. But in addition, we should engage in the devotional service of the Lord. This is called Bhakti. Mayavadi philosophers cannot understand this, but Krishna says that this devotional service is on the transcendental platform. The Sankhya philosophy of the atheist Kapila, which is a material philosophy, is simply the study of the 24 elements. However, the real Sankhya philosophy propounded by Kapila Deva is transcendental to the 24 elements and material activity. Thus, in this Sankhya philosophy, which is actually Bhakti Yoga, there is no desire for material benefits. On the material platform, a person works for his own personal sense gratification or for some expanded sense gratification. One may work for himself, family, wife, children, society, community, nation, or humanity at large. This is simply expanded sense gratification. Whether one steals for himself, family, community, or whatever, the fact remains that he is a thief. It is said that when Alexander the Great arrested a common thief, the thief told Alexander, "What is the difference between us? I am a small plunderer, and you are a great plunderer." Being very sensible, Alexander released him, saying, "Yes, there is no difference." Regardless whether the sense gratification is for oneself, one's family, one's nation, or whatever, it is, after all, sense gratification. The quality changes only when we work for the sense gratification of Krishna. It is noteworthy that Bhagavad Gita or Srimad-Bhagavatam never states that Krishna Uvacha, Krishna says, or Kapila Deva Uvacha, Kapila Deva says. Rather, it says Bhagavan Uvacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead says. This means that the version is perfect. If we receive knowledge from an ordinary man, then there will be some defects. An ordinary person is subject to illusion, and he has the tendency to cheat. Although an ordinary person may be a very advanced scholar, he does not possess perfect knowledge. Perfection is something totally different from what we find in the material world. Perfection means that there is no mistake, no illusion, no cheating, no imperfection. Therefore, it is stated Bhagavan Uvacha, for Bhagavan is all perfect. We should therefore take knowledge from Bhagavan, or from one who speaks according to the version of Bhagavan. The Krishna consciousness movement is based on this principle. We're not presenting anything that we ourselves could manufacture. Whatever we manufacture is sure to be defective and deficient. What is the value of my philosophy? What is the value of my thought? Generally, people say, in my opinion, thinking that my opinion, in quotes, my opinion, really means something. People do not think, I am simply a rascal. People value their opinion, thinking it's something very big. Everyone in this material world has imperfect senses. Therefore, whatever knowledge has been gathered through the senses is necessarily imperfect. As we have stressed over and over, we have to receive knowledge from the disciplic succession. Knowledge has to be received from Bhagavan, the perfect one. If we simply follow this system, we can become a guru for the whole world. The devotee never thinks that he is a great bhakta. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita, has said, Purishera kita haite munisela gishta. Quote, I am lower than the worms in stool. Unquote. Adi Leela 5.205. This is the Vaishnava conception. A Vaishnava is by nature very humble. He never says, I am the supreme, I have become God. Krishna says, I am God, worship me. The Vaishnava says, Krishna is God, worship Krishna. It is not difficult to become a guru, provided that we repeat what Krishna says. Whatever Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita is dharma. Dharma is one. It cannot be different. Dharma means abiding by the orders of God. However, if we do not know God or His orders, we can only set about manufacturing some rubbish and fighting among ourselves. This is not dharma, but philosophical speculation. All of this speculation and manufactured dharma has been kicked out of Srimad-Bhagavatam because it is all cheating. Bhagavata dharma is not cheating, Therefore, it is related to the Supreme Lord. Bhakti can be applied only to Bhagavan, and if there is no Bhagavan, there is no Bhakti. If Bhagavan is zero, where is Bhakti? Bhakti is the transaction between Bhagavan and the Bhakta. Bhagavan is there, and the Bhaktas are there. And the Bhaktas address Bhagavan, feed Bhagavan, chant Bhagavan's names, invoke people to hear about Bhagavan, publish books about Bhagavan, and worship Bhagavan. And in this way, they are constantly absorbed in Bhagavan. This is the process of Bhakti. Text 33. Jarayatyashu yakosham nigirnam analuyata. Translation. Bhakti, devotional service, dissolves the subtle body of the living entity without separate effort. Just as fire in the stomach digests all that we eat. Purport. Bhakti is in a far higher position than mukti, because a person's endeavor for liberation from material entanglement, from the material engagement, is automatically realized in devotional service. If the digestive power is sufficient, then whatever we eat will be digested by the fire in the stomach. Similarly, a devotee doesn't have to try separately to attain liberation. That very service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the process of liberation. Because to engage in the service of the Lord is to liberate oneself from material entanglement. For a devotee, liberation is no problem at all. Liberation takes place without separate endeavor. Bhakti, therefore, is far better than mukti, or the impersonalist position. The impersonalists undergo severe penances and austerities to attain mukti. But the bhakta simply by engaging in the bhakti process, especially in chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, immediately develops control over the tongue by chanting and accepting the remnants of foodstuff offered to the personality of Godhead. As soon as the tongue is controlled, all other senses are controlled automatically. Sense control is the perfection of the yoga principle, and one's liberation begins immediately as soon as he engages in the service of the Lord. It is confirmed by Kapila Deva that Bhakti, or devotional service, is Gariyasi, more glorious than Siddhi, liberation. It is stated in this verse that Bhakti dissolves the subtle body. The spirit has two coverings, subtle and gross. And we shall read about them tomorrow. So, thank you so much for tuning in today. The link to this book is in the description. Please check out our website, shravanamdiaries.com. Read these wonderful books along with us. Share them with all of your friends. Check out our website, shravanamdiaries.com. Did I say that? And there's a list of all the books we read so far. There is an article about His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, the author. You can read his biography. Very inspiring. So check it out, please, and we shall see you tomorrow in the next episode. Hare Krishna.